There is a brief moment every single morning that you completely miss, even though it happens every time you wake up. It lasts for less than a second and arrives before your first thought, before you remember your name, and before you can recall what day it is or what you have to do. In that tiny window of time, you are completely free because no problems exist yet and no past waits on your shoulders. No future puts at your attention because there is simply awareness, which is open, clean, and perfectly still. This is not the same as being asleep or being confused. Instead, it's your true nature, briefly unmasked. The soul rests in itself during this moment and needs absolutely nothing from the world. Then something stirs within you and the day, as you know it, begins. The first thought of the day arrives, and with that single movement, everything in your world reassembles itself. You might think about a message you have to send or how you didn't sleep well enough, and suddenly you decide that today is going to be difficult. Watch how fast this happens in your mind. One moment there is pure open space, but in the next, a whole structure has been rebuilt inside you. A name, a history, and a list of concerns all come rushing back at once. This is the personality waking up, and it never arrives gently. It arrives reaching and immediately starts scanning yesterday while bracing for tomorrow, already measuring whether today will be good or bad. Now you must understand this one thing. The personality is not your enemy. It's simply a habit. It's deeply conditioned and has been doing this for so long that it feels like it's actually you. It feels like the most natural thing in the world to pick up yesterday's worries the moment your eyes open. But you should ask yourself if that is truly natural or if it's simply familiar. Watch what happens as the morning comes along. The body gets up, the coffee is made, and the shower runs, while the body moves through it all with almost no instruction. And yet, inside, the mind is already busy planning and checking and rehearsing conversations that haven't even happened yet. There is a low, quiet hum of unease running beneath everything you do. It's not quite loud enough to call it anxiety, but it acts as a steady background pressure. You feel a sense that you are the one holding everything together, and that if you stop managing things for even a moment, something will slip. But who is actually doing all of this? The body moves, but who is moving it? The thoughts arrive, but who is watching them arrive? Right now, in this very moment, there is something in you that is aware of all of it. It's aware of the coffee, the planning, and the hum of unease itself. That awareness has not moved at all. It was there in that open moment before your first thought, and it's still here now, watching the personality go through its morning routine. The soul has not gone anywhere. It simply stepped back and let the dream begin. This is not a philosophy, because this is what is actually happening inside you every single morning. The one who is listening to these words right now is not the planning, the worry, or the name. The one is simply aware, and that awareness needs nothing to manage. But the personality doesn't know this, so it keeps going and the day accelerates. By the way, if you find this helpful, I left a free guide in the top comment below if you want to check it out. By the time midday arrives, the weight of the world feels much heavier than it did this morning. Something did not go the way you expected, or perhaps someone said something that landed the wrong way in your mind. A plan shifted, a deadline moved, or a person simply did not behave the way they were supposed to behave. In that moment, you felt it, that familiar tightening in the chest, the jaw, and the stomach. There is a sudden sense that things are wrong and that they should be different than they are. You feel the urgent need to fix this, to respond to this, and to protect yourself from the situation. This is the hypnosis of the personality, and it's a dream world pretending that it's the real one. But here is what's actually true in this moment. There is something in you that noticed the contraction. There is a part of you that's aware of the frustration, watching it move through the body like a weather system. That something is not frustrated itself, it's simply watching the movement. The one who notices the anger is not angry, and the one who sees the tightening is not tight. This is a fundamental principle of your existence, and it's hiding in plain sight inside every difficult moment of your day. Why do you miss it? Because the reaction comes so fast that you're already inside the response before you even notice the thought that started it. The thought arrives, the emotion follows, and the personality takes over, because it has been practicing this for many years. It interprets every disruption as a problem that you must solve, and every unexpected event becomes a threat that you must manage. You move through the middle of your day, contracted and braced, pushing back against what is simply life moving as it must. But here is what the wise person does. They do not try to stop the reaction at all. They simply notice it. They become the impartial observer who watches themselves getting frustrated, getting tense, and getting pulled by the world. Gradually and quietly, they begin to see that the reaction is not them, but rather a form of conditioning. That is the personality doing what it was trained to do, and you are the one who is watching it happen. Even 1 second of that recognition changes something, though it does not change the situation itself. The situation stays exactly as it is, but you step out of the hypnosis just briefly so that you can breathe. In that breath, the soul recognizes itself for a moment. Everything is well, and you know this very well. By the time evening comes, something in your spirit begins to loosen. This does not happen because the day went well or because everything was finally resolved. The emails are still there. The conversation that went wrong is still sitting in you. And the list of tasks did not get finished. None of that changed, but the quality of the day is softening because the urgency of the personality is finally running low on fuel. The morning's drive to manage and fix and plan has become quiet. In that quiet, something familiar returns to you. The same awareness that was present in that open moment before your first thought this morning is still here. It never left you. And it was here through the tightening at midday, and through every moment the personality was certain it was in charge. It simply waited for you, serene and unmoving, the way the sky waits behind the clouds. The clouds were real and the turbulence was real, but the sky itself was never touched by any of it. Look back at your day from this place of stillness, not to judge it or to plan for tomorrow, but just to look. You moved through hours of experience where things happened and you felt many different things. Reactions came and went like weather, and through all of it, something in you was watching. That something did not age today, it did not get tired, and it did not win or lose anything at all. The events of the day happened to the personality, to the one with the name and the history, but they did not happen to the real you. This is not a teaching you're hearing for the first time, because in truth you have always known this. You have felt it in certain quiet moments at the end of a long day when the noise finally drops. When you sit without reaching for anything and there is nothing left to manage, you stop pretending. What remains is simply you, aware, present, and whole. There is nothing missing. Freedom is not a reward waiting at the end of a long path, but it was present every single time the personality stepped aside. It was there in every breath taken before a reaction, and every moment of simply watching instead of becoming the emotion. That's it. It's that simple. The fundamental principle is not hidden, and in truth, it has never been hidden from you. It lives inside every ordinary moment of your day, resting in the silence before your first thought, or the pause before you speak. You have already touched this truth many times today, but you simply did not recognize it as the essence of what you are. The soul does not need to be found, because it only needs to be recognized. And this recognition does not take years of searching. It takes one honest moment of noticing that the one who is aware of a noise is not the noise itself. Everything is as it should be, and it always has been.